think one of the biggest problems today is that most people don't really know who they are. They know what social media tells them to be, they know what their friends expect them to be, but they never really listen to themselves to know about themselves. And this is what I want to expand on while I'm taking this walk. So, it's really about discovering the inner self, right? How do you discover the inner self? Well, you have to listen to your voice. Everyone has a voice inside of their heads that tells them what to do throughout the day. You know what I mean? For example, like me, when I'm driving to my next route at work, there's something in my head telling me, hey, what's up with that trading? How are you going to better your marketing? Or what can I do today to improve myself, and how I'm going to do those things. This is all in my head while I'm at work, subconsciously, right? So, some people, they can go to self-help books, audiobooks, or motivational videos. You can consider this one of those as you're watching it. And, those things, they do help, right? But how do they help, right? Some people watch an entire 20-minute video about learning how to improve their habits, right? Tracking their habits, doing this and that. But, sometimes it's really hard to emulate all these things that this book or this video tells you to do because, it's not really about jumping straight into other habits that you've been given, right? It's about choosing the things that you want to listen to, the things that attract you, that you're learning in these books or videos, right? So that's really how I want to say you can discover yourself. Learn about what attracts you, right? Choose the things that you want to learn as you're learning it, right? For example, you could have 100 different things in a book like Atomic Habits, where it's really about tracking the things you do and not listening to the things that aren't important and such that you want to achieve. But really, sorry, I just got a text. Like I said, you got to pick and choose what attracts your attention on the things that you learn. You could have 100 things that you might listen to, but only 20 of those things attract you, right? So, to expand on this, pick what attracts you from whatever you're learning and then act on it the same day, right? And also journal these things. Track the things that you've learned that you do throughout the day and the things that you don't do from what you already, from what attracted you. Write it down, track it, expand on it, and then learn from it the next day. For example, out of these 20 things that you liked, you only did about 15. Right? Expand on those 15 things afterwards, right? And then keep expanding until you reach about 10 things that really attract you. And then I want to say that's your niche. That's what attracts you. That's who you are. These are the things that you want to become or you want to emulate, right? Not 100 different things, just 10 hyper-focused things. And, like I said, take those things, act on it immediately, track it, expand on it, learn from the information, and then just keep going, right? Discover yourself. I want to say that's how you can probably discover yourself even more. You might be feeling lost, throughout the day. It's really easy to get stuck doom scrolling, and you could do that for hours, and then after you're done, you feel just exhausted for no reason. You weren't even doing anything. You were just laying down, scrolling through your phone, and now all of a sudden you're tired. It's the fact that you didn't do anything. It's exhausting. You're tired of not doing anything. And, one of the things that I do is I like to take walks in pretty nice neighborhoods, right, to clear your mind. For example, after work or whenever there's a time that, you have free time, go somewhere. Me personally, I go to a nice neighborhood and I take a walk, just to show you. It's not crazy nice, but it's nice enough for me to clear my thoughts and then expand on different ideas. So find a place where you can gather your thoughts, right? Throughout the day. Don't just doom scroll. You're just wasting time. That's probably why you're feeling so lost. You're just wasting time doom scrolling throughout the day. Because your algorithm has you hooked. It's the things that you like already. That's a pretty good example though. Your phone, it pretty much knows everything that you like to watch. And that's the problem. It has you stuck. Discover yourself. Find the things that you actually like. Get stuck in that. And that's pretty much all I have in mind for now. But just find time to discover yourself. Focus on those things. Act on it immediately the same day. Track it. Expand on it. Next day, learn from it. So, hope you could probably learn something from this. Peace.